Hawks lose 4-3 to the Florida Panthers. Yes, we lose to the Panthers, but I have to say this. I'm happy with how the Hawks finished. They tried and nearly tied this game up in the final minutes of play to force overtime. It didn't happen, but the team looked good in the final minutes of play. But the first 40 minutes of play, not so good. The Hawks honestly were the better team in the third period. They just could not get that lucky bounce in past Bobrovsky in the third. Connor Bedard, once again, with another phenomenal performance for the Blackhawks. He nearly tied it up as well for a hat trick today. But this was a good game. I will say that. The Hawks fought hard against a very tough opponent in the Florida Panthers. We lost, but it was a one-goal game. I will say this. This was a satisfactory game. They worked hard and nearly got this game to overtime. It didn't happen. The Panthers outplayed us for the first 40 minutes of play and got the opportunity early in the first to take a lead. And the third to take the lead, I shall say. Sachon goal, 27-31 in favor for the Florida Panthers. A lot of our shots came in the final 10 minutes of play of this game. Block shots 22-8 in favor for the Blackhawks. Hits 15-21 in favor for the Panthers. Faceoffs 23-32 for the Panthers. Power play, the Hawks were not good at it tonight. Went 0 for 3 to the Panthers 2 for 4. The PK wasn't that good. The power play was not good. The special teams today, not good today. The Hawks did kill a 4-minute power play on the Panthers. I will mention that. But otherwise, they just did not have what it took to do much on the special teams. So let's get to the goals of the game, shall we? The Panthers got off on the board quick, very quick. First shot of the game, they get it in past Soderblom. Oliver Ekman-Larsson scores his fourth of the season, assisted by Sam Reinhart and Evan Rodriguez to make it a 1-0 game 39 seconds into play. That's not good to see to start the game off going down early. But the Hawks were able to answer, and it took a little bit. The Panthers were moving the puck, getting their opportunities off. It could have been 3-0 at one point in the first period. But the Hawks were able to tie it up. Soderblom stood strong, and at 7:04 in the first period, scored by number 16, Jason Dickinson. His second of the season, assisted by number 27, Lucas Reichel. And number 5, Connor Murphy. To get the Hawks on the board, Reichel with a great pass from behind the net to Dickinson in the slot, buries it past Bobrovsky. We're tied 1 apiece. But this tie game doesn't last too long because the Panthers were able to get a power play shortly after this. And on the power play, Sam Reinhart with his first of the game, 10th of the season, assisted by Tkachuk and Ekman-Larsson to make it a 1-goal lead. It's 2-1 Panthers off a power play. Reinhart tips in a shot from Tkachuk, and we're down by 1 again. And, well, it leads to the Panthers having a ton of momentum. But the Hawks were able to answer very late in the period to tie the game up. And it was with 7 seconds remaining in the first period at 1904 in the first period, scored by number 98, Connor Bedard. His first of the game, 8th of the season, unassisted, as he stole the puck from Studnicka of the Panthers on the goal line and goes bar down past Bobrovsky. We're tied going into the second. Bedard, beautiful steal and going bar down. We're tied up. Nice to see this. And he follows it up, getting another goal later on in this game. But we go to the second period, and in the second period, it was a lot of back and forth hockey, but the Panthers with more control of the play. Hawks couldn't really get much possession of it. And at 7 minutes into the second period, Sam Reinhart with his second of the game, 11th of the season, assisted by Gustav Forsling and Evan Rodriguez to make it a 1-goal game. It's 3-2 Panthers. Reinhart with the second of the game, and it was just a weird goal for against on Soderblom as Reinhart gets it on the goal line and he shovel passes into the to try and bank it off of Soderblom and in, and that's what happens. But the Hawks were able to answer quick. A minute and 18 seconds later at 8:18, scored by number 98, Connor Bedard, his second of the game, 9th of the season, assisted by number 4, Steph Jones, to make it a 3-3 game. Bedard with another beautiful highlight goal in this game as he gets on a rush. Jones stretch passes it up to Bedard, and Bedard goes on the afterburners as he tries to deke, and the puck jumps up in the air a little bit, and Bedard beats Bobrovsky glove side, and we're tied up 3-3. Connor Bedard with 2 goals already. Can he get a hat trick? Unfortunately not, because that's our last goal of the game. So we go to the third period. It was a lot more Panthers opportunities in the end of the second. So we go to the third period. Hawks on a power play to start the third. They don't do anything with it. And well, Carter Verhaeghe on their own power play scores his 6th of the season, assisted by Reinhart and Tkachuk to make it a 4-3 game. This goal by Verhaeghe was he got to the front of the net, 2 Panthers on the front of the net off a power play. They end up battling, and Verhaeghe gets it past Soderblom. It's a 1-goal game. Hawks tried to battle back and tried to tie it up. They cannot, and we lose this game 4-3. There was a lot of opportunities in the final, about 7 minutes of play for the Hawks. Jones looked good. He had a few chances. Bedard had a few more chances. The Hawks just couldn't get it in, and we lose it that way. I will say this. I'm happy with how the Hawks were battling to try and force it and get it to overtime in the final minutes of play. They worked hard against a very tough opponent in the Florida Panthers. I get it. We just beat the Panthers last week in Chicago, but we couldn't prevail today. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks.